How you doing, guys? It's your boy Nando, and this is the Pound for Pound Boxing Show in association with Warburton Boxing Management and Seconds Out Coffee. Today, got a very special guest, the bread maker himself, Gerome Warburton, is going to join me now. Let's see if we can get Gerome on now.
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah.
How you doing? Can you hear me? All good. Just want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to us today.
That's fine. That's fine.
First and foremost, how are you? How's things? And how is camp going?
I'm buzzing. Obviously, I got the phone call 2 weeks ago. I don't really have a camp. I always stay fit. I'm always ready to go, for obviously opportunities like this. I had my last spar today with a lad from Warrington, Casey Brown. So everything's ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to put on a show on a live platform, one of the best platforms there is in boxing. So I can't wait.
You just literally answered like 3 of my next questions. So let's talk about that. You obviously got the phone call from out there at the moment, Eddie Hearn, and what an opportunity for yourself. You fought in Spain before, but now you're back in Spain. You're going to be the away fighter, and on a massive platform, possibly the biggest platform out there right now, DAZN. How big is that for yourself and for your career?
It's massive. It's massive, and obviously last time I went out to Spain, I got a draw. So this time it's I need to change things and obviously come back with a win. Yeah, I'm the away fighter, but it doesn't bother me. I quite like boxing away from home, and obviously I know there's going to be a lot of Spanish fans there watching him, and I thrive with things like that, to be honest. So I'm ready to go, and obviously with it being live on TV, I can't ask for anything more, to be honest.
Let's talk about your opponent. Hopefully I can pronounce his name right. Jean-Jade Obregon. You guys have a similar record. Apart from the draw, you're both 8-0. How big is this fight when it's a 50-50 and someone's has to go?
Oh, it's career changing. Obviously, it's just one of them things that you have to do, I'm afraid. Obviously, it is what it is. Obviously, boxing journeyman. I boxed there. Now it's time for a test, and it's come at the right time, to be honest. My sparring's been brilliant. My training's been good, so I'm just ready now. Just obviously someone else has to go, and it's not going to be mine.
Of course. And I've seen that you've sparred the likes of Brian Rose and Jack Cullen as well. How important is it to fight to spar people like this, these kind of names, who's fought at this level of big platforms and in front of big crowds like that?
1 second, I just got to get the door. 2 seconds. Oh, sorry about that. Let's get the door.
Fine.
So
what I was saying is, sorry. Do you remember the question? Sorry, I could repeat it again if you want.
Sparring the likes of Jack Cullen and Brian Rose. You can't get any better experience than that. And obviously, I got the phone call to spar Jack Cullen because he's got a European title fight coming up. Thinking like 3 weeks. So I gain more experience from that, and you can't shy away from opportunities like that because it only brings the best out in me, and it'll bring me on massively for my boxing career. So obviously the sparring comes at the right time. Obviously I stay in the gym all the time anyway, so this fight can come at a better time because obviously I've been sparring Jack Cullen for like the last 4 or 5 weeks. So when I got the phone call from my manager Kieran, I was happy to take the fight. I didn't even look at the kid's record, to be honest. He sent me a video, asked me if I wanted to box, and I just said yeah. And then I looked at his record after.
So since you have agreed, since you looked at his boxing record, you saw a video of him, have you watched more of him and done more studying about this opponent? Do you know what dangers he brings to the ring and what you need to watch out for?
To be honest, he looks like he can box. I've looked at him a little bit, trying not to go into too much detail. Obviously, what happens on the night will happen on the night. I think he's just going to try and box, but my pressure, I can do both. I can box and I can put pressure, but I've got a game plan to do when I go in there. As long as I stick to it, I know I'll beat him. He's only boxed the same caliber of people like I've boxed. But when it's a 50-50 fight, obviously, yeah, he's gonna bring his fire, but my fire is gonna be even hotter. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, can't wait.
Brilliant. And what does it mean to you for your career winning next Friday on a big platform like DAZN? What does it do for your career, and what doors does it open?
Oh, it's massive. This is like the next stage to my career. It could open massive doors. Eddie could be knocking on my door next, asking me to sign promotion. Anything can happen. And I think mainly it's just getting a 50-50 fight. Boxing someone that's going to come and they're going to bring a fight. But whatever doors it opens, that's a bonus. But I've got to get the job done first. So yeah, definitely think about the fight, and then whatever happens after. That's we'll see what happens.
Gerome, was that a little hint to Eddie just there that I see what you tried to do?
Hey, well, if anyone wants me to sign up that piece of paper, I'll sign it any day, and hopefully after this fight, he'll have me on another show. Wants to put on a 100% performance, which I always do in my fights. You know what I mean? I never leave anything out of the ring once I'm in there. I always train. I'm always fit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to put on a show, and people are definitely going to hear of the bread maker a lot more. Definitely.
Brilliant. And obviously, we spoke about this draw that you had in June last time you were out in Spain against Jeffrey Rosales. You said you have to change a few things. What makes this Gerome Warburton different compared to the one in June?
I'm more confident. I know how to dig my feet in more. I know how to, I know how to fight. I've learned a lot, obviously sparring. I learned a lot from Spain. Sometimes it's just about banging on the gum shield and fighting. But boxing is boxing. Sometimes you've got to be able to change the styles. And I think the style that I've been learning recently, it depends, obviously, the way the fight's going, but I'm just going to bring a different Gerome and everyone's going to know it. Everyone in the gym's already seen it. Like when I sparred today, even the lad that sparred, he said that I'm different. I've changed. And that's only from like the last time we sparred, which was this year. So, I'm bringing everything. So he just, my opponent needs to be careful.
You're in arguably one of, if not one of the best domestic divisions out there, alongside the welterweight division, the light heavyweight division. There's so many great fighters domestically in the weight division right now. How excited are you to get into that mix? Not obviously looking past your opponent, but we just had Tyler Denny draw with River Wilson Benford's English title. Felix Cash has now vacated the British title. Linus Adofia is mandatory. I personally believe it will be Linus Adofia and Nathan Heaney for the vacant title. How excited are you to eventually get into this mix with all these great fighters?
I mean, I can't wait for the doors to open up to these big opportunities. I mean, hopefully for big titles and stuff, I hope to drop down to super welterweight, so light middleweight. But I'm not bothered. Obviously, I took this fight at middleweight. If an opportunity comes at middleweight, I'll take it. If an opportunity comes at super welterweight, like middleweight, I'll take that. I can do both weights. I'm strong at middleweight and I'm strong at super welterweight. So yeah, opportunity comes, I'm taking it, like this one.
I'm glad you said super welterweight. There's a name I want to bring up to you. I don't know if you know about this guy, but he recently just came back after 2 years. He's got a massive following. A lot of promoters are interested in this fighter. Jack Mcgann from Liverpool. He came back last 2 weeks ago at the Warren Boxing Management Show at York Hall, and he's looking to get out again next year. Obviously, not looking for this opponent, but if you're successful next Friday, would you welcome a big fight with Jack Mcgann, possibly even at York in front of a big crowd?
Do you know what? It'd be very awkward because me and Jack Mcgann have sparred quite a few times, to be honest. And sometimes obviously in boxing you have to put the friendship aside, and when you're in the ring, it's all about getting victorious. So if it was to happen and the opportunity was there and everything was fair and square, then I wouldn't shy to anything. You could tell me that I was boxing anyone. I'm never going to shy away. I'm always fit. You know, I'll always give it 100% in the ring. But I mean, yeah, it would definitely be awkward. It'd be an awkward fight. But you know, yeah, I'm not going to back down and say no to anything. But yeah, I definitely hope on boxing at super welterweight more than middleweight. But yeah, I'm never going to shy away from anyone's name. As I hope that no one else would shy away from my name, and that's what real boxers do. They don't shy away. Like you see these top kids, these top lads, world champions, they're shying away from each other. Like, I'm not about that. I'm about just doing my job, being a boxer, being a fighter. Like in the amateurs, I box like every other week. I only know how to fight. I can't shy away from anything. I've boxed with my old teammates before. Sean Yaxley, I boxed him in the amateurs. Sometimes the friendship comes aside when it comes to boxing when you're in the ring. As soon as you're out the ring, the friendships again. You shake hands. What's done is done, whether you win or lose. So yeah, it's one of them things, I suppose.
Just business, right?
That's it. Yeah, it's just business.
I don't want to make a mistake, but you're originally from Wales, is that correct?
Yeah, North Wales. Yeah.
North Wales. How important is it that you want to follow in the footsteps as the great Joe Calzaghe, even former world champion Macaronelli, and some fighters right now who are still fighting, who are big names in Wales, Joe Cordina, Reese Edwards, these and Jay Harris, Chris Jenkinson, Liam Williams. How important is it that you follow into the footsteps of these great fighters?
I mean, obviously, yeah. I look at all them boxers, and I look up to him. But I'm ready to put North Wales on the map, and after this fight, everyone's gonna know. Everyone's gonna know about the bread maker after this fight, and hopefully, I can get my name up there into the spotlight. Where everyone knows who I am, and hopefully, yeah, I can come and look to get bigger and better things, and look to get my name on the big scene, and show everyone what I can do.
So whoever wants it will be turned into crumbs. Same.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the bread maker. Yeah, that's it. And the bread maker's live now. He's going on the DAZN next week. Eddie Hearn's gonna have the bread maker on again just because of the name. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. Ain't no 50-50. Ain't no Hovis. I'm the bread maker. Yeah, Warburton.
That's brilliant. I wanted to ask, seeing as I know you're going to super welterweight, but seeing as you're part of the middleweight division, you have every right to give your opinion on certain fights. So I did mention Linus Adofia and Nathan Heaney. If that happens for the British title, in your opinion, who wins that and why?
I mean, I've watched Nathan Heaney a few times. I've never seen that Linus Adofia. I mean, I've seen Nathan Heaney. I don't know much about his amateur background, but he looks like he's improving on every fight. So as long as he goes in there and he gives it his all, gives it 100%, he has a massive following. As long as he can stick to his boxing and not be a crowd pleaser, which it shows that he's not, considering the amount of fans he's got, then, it's... And then these are 50-50 fights, and as long as you've got the bigger flame more than your opponent, and you can do what you've got to do, and you can do anything, but you just got to believe. So I'm just going to go with Nathan Heaney only because I've watched him box before, and obviously it's close to home for me. Stoke's not far away from me, so yeah, big up Nathan Heaney.
Brilliant. One more fight. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be called off. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams, but if it gets rearranged, both 50-50, both 100% fighting without being biased with Liam Williams, who wins and why?
No, it's a really tough one because Liam Williams is strong. Obviously, yeah, he's from South Wales, so you got to stick with the Welsh. Chris Eubank, he's never really, for me, Chris Eubank's never boxed. Yeah, he's boxed James DeGale. Yes, he's boxed who else? George Groves, but I just think for the fights that he's had, he's not actually boxed anyone decent. He's boxed them two fighters when they were coming down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with Liam Williams. I think, I don't know why, but Liam Williams is a good boxer. I've watched him a few times live, and I think obviously that loss that he had against Andrade, I think it, and obviously him moving to the Ingles gym, I think it's made him a better boxer. But he's definitely shown where he can be. Obviously, when he boxed Andrade, he took some hell of a shots, and I think he'd just be too strong for Eubank. But I wouldn't call Eubank out the fight either, to be honest, because you know he's got style. You know, he's got Roy Jones Jr. behind him to obviously guide him in the right path. So yeah, I'm going to say Liam Williams.
It's a shame that this fight isn't going ahead. I heard rumors that it could, but it means Liam Williams isn't 100%. I hope, for boxing's sake, it gets postponed so that he is 100%, because it's the fight that boxing fans deserve.
Yeah, that's it, 100%. You know, the thing is, it's got everyone hyped. So yeah, you know, give the fighters what you want, and that's what it's about. You know, people the boxers not shying away from each other. You know, that it's the thing with titles. Like, there's too many titles, too many. You know, you shouldn't be shying away from each other. You know, like you see at the moment, you've got like Teofimo Lopez boxing Cambosis. You've got Devin Haney that's in the mix. You've got Gervonta Davis. That's the best division for me at the moment, because none of them are shying away from boxing each other. So yeah, the management on both sides of Liam Williams and Chris Eubank should definitely try and get the fight over the line, whether it be this year, next year. Yeah, it's definitely a fight that's got to happen. You know, just yeah, I think it's a good fight. It'll get everyone interested. But yeah, it definitely should be get done over the line.
Well, the fight is taking place in Cardiff, so if he pulls out, the event makes no sense being in Cardiff, unless a young middleweight steps in and takes his place to save the day. What do you think of that?
Listen, if Chris Eubank wants to smoke, yeah, he's making a bad mistake. Do you know what I mean? So I'd fight Chris Eubank tomorrow. You know, it's one of them things. You know, yeah, I'm not going to shy away. If Chris Eubank wants to fight, I'd sign the contract. That won't bother me. Yeah, definitely. I won't shy away from the fight. Yeah, I'd definitely be, you know, what do they call it? The underdog. But I tell everyone to bet on me because I'd beat him. You know, he wouldn't know what hit him once I come to him. You know, I train like a beast, but that fight's probably, you know, a little bit further down the line if it was to ever happen. But you don't know, do you? It's definitely a boxing. Look at this week. You know, last week I was training in the gym. Next week I'm going to be in the ring on DAZN. So you can never say no. You know what I mean? You can never say never.
Love the confidence. Love the confidence. Gerome, before I let you go, do you have a message for your fans that's going to be in next Friday on DAZN in Spain?
I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for the support, and definitely thank you to all my sponsors. But yeah, you definitely, you know, this is the start of the bread maker's career. And yeah, Eddie, just get that piece of paper ready, because you're not going to believe what you see on Friday next week. And thank you for having me on the platform, and definitely a massive thank you to my manager Kieran Farrell for getting me the fight. So yeah, thank you to everyone.
Brilliant. Gerome, first of all, I want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Love the confidence. Can't wait to see you next Friday. And I wish you the best of luck, and may the best man win next Friday.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Speak soon. Stay safe.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.